Shall we begin?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Candid Conversations. I am your host, the laid back, down to earth life coach, Aisha Israel.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. I am Latanya Carter. I am one of the co-hosts for Candid Conversations. Sorry, I'm not the laid back, down to earth life coach today, but she will be joining us soon. We just ask that everyone please keep her family in your prayers. We're going to ask for prayers throughout the night for Miss Aisha. However, we do have someone who will be giving us some very, very valuable information today, especially around the holidays. Financial, getting our money in order and things like that is very important around this time. You know, we may tend to overspend, use those cards, and do other things. So Miss Taryn T Money, am I saying it right? McNamee? I'm sorry. When she comes on, she will definitely correct me in pronouncing her name the proper way. I do apologize. But we're going to start right out with our spotlight of the show for this week, and then we'll get back with you with a little girl talk later. Taryn.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. It's all good. It's McNamee, but truthfully, I'm getting married in a couple of weeks, so it's changing anyway.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, I am excited to be here. So today's topic, I'm actually very, very excited about, because I'm going to talk about a Black Friday shopping strategy. So I know everybody gets excited to shop for the holidays, to spend on Black Friday. That's like the biggest shopping day of the year, and so I don't want you to go into debt. I'm sure you don't want to go into debt. Overspending, as our lovely co-host just said, is a thing. And so that's why I want to give you guys a couple of tips today so that way you're not overspending this holiday season and particularly on Black Friday. So the first thing is, with Black Friday, it's great to maximize the gift bonuses. So I know you've probably seen, like, if you shop certain places, they're like, if you spend this much, you get $100 gift card, or you get 50% off in a couple of weeks, or like in December, or whatever it is. Those are things that you really want to take advantage of. And so if there are places that you like to shop in particular, there's like a relative who loves something from like a certain store, those are the ones that you want to maximize and really kind of plan out. The biggest thing, y'all, is that you want to have a plan going into Black Friday. Don't just decide you're about to pull up on the internet and go shopping. That's going to lead to you overspending or doing a lot of impulse buying. So you want to have a plan in place. So definitely figure out where you might want to shop to maximize those gift bonuses. Another thing is go in with a list. This is a great time, either this week or maybe even it's next week as you're like getting things together for Thanksgiving, or it's after the Thanksgiving meal, where you just want to write down a list of who you are shopping for this season. You want to write down everyone you are buying gifts for, that you plan to buy gifts for. If you already know about gift exchanges, kind of have those in mind as well. And you want to make your list. Now, once you make your list of people, a great thing to do to follow that up is to write down some things that they may be interested in. It could be like themes of stuff. So if you like know that you got a gamer in your life and they love video games, go ahead and kind of put that next to their name. If there's already something that you have in mind that you want to get those particular people, go ahead and write those things down. If there's somebody who's really into like certain music or electronics or whatever it is, those are things that you want to write down as well. Again, you're going to go through that list and do that next to everybody's name. For the kids, definitely have their like top 5 things in there, and you want to write those down. So then, as you are kind of scanning through the sales, and yes, some have started already, but again, make sure you wait and put together your plan. So you want to go through and scan all the sales, kind of see what you might be looking at, or which places you might want to purchase at. If you can get multiple things to access some of those bonuses, that is a wonderful thing to do. And then kind of plot out which stores you plan to look at for those lists of people. The next thing too is that the Black Friday is actually the best time to get yourself a little something, something. So if you plan on, if you're somebody who's like, oh, I love to treat myself to my own holiday gift every year, this is a great time for you to do that. Usually the best deals are going to be happening that weekend. It's very rare, and especially for like electronics and stuff too, that's like the best time. It's very rare for you to have even lower deals after Black Friday. So if there's something that you've had your eye on, or that you want to get yourself, this is a great time to do that. Maybe you can even use some of those gift bonuses that I talked about earlier. So that's the biggest thing with Black Friday, y'all. You want to make sure that you have a list and you have it written down what you're going to get for folks, or just some themes around what you might want to get for them. You then, oh, I forgot to say this part. You want to have a budget for each person. So just and a budget for each person really just means this is how much approximately I'm going to spend on these people. This is how much I approximately want to spend on these people, so on and so forth. You want to have that listed next to their name as well. So that way, as you are scanning and looking for things that you might want to purchase for them for their holiday gift, you can see if it's falling into your price range or if it's not. And then after you have your list, your themes, that price point per person, you then want to go and look at the sales and figure out how you can maximize the gift bonuses. And then that last part is you want to, make sure you find a little something for yourself if you are gifting for yourself. Now, I'll give you guys a couple extra tips just to help you out even more. So some other things is that you may not even need to have a big gift for everyone, right? It could be that they're like, just know the people that you love best, right? There's some folks who love words of affirmation. I'm one of those people. And so it's like sometimes a handwritten note is like even better than receiving a physical present. If it's like they are active service folks and they're like, yeah, if you could just go, if there's like a gift card to something that could make my life a bit easier, that could be something that you might want to do for them. So those are some other ways to think about gifting that doesn't have to be like a physical present. And then this is my favorite one. This is one of my favorite tips of all time for the holiday season, is that you can figure out who you can split something with, right? So if there's, say your son has this item on his Christmas list or on his holiday list that is, maybe in like the $300-400 range. Are there family members that you can split that between and say, hey, son, this is from me, your grandma, your dad, your auntie, like all of us decided to get this for you. And so if all of you are pooling your money together, you're also less likely to overspend, and you may be able to get a few more things on their list or have higher price points for certain people. So those are just some things that you can do to not overspend this holiday season and also maximize Black Friday. So those are my money tips for today.
Perfect. I had to actually take a couple of notes down for myself as far as what you were stating. And what I really got from that, ladies and gentlemen, is get something for yourself.
Yes.
Everything, I think that it is important. We always look to get things for other people, especially as parents. We look to get things for other people, but definitely getting things for ourselves is important. And also, you also mentioned that if it's something that we were looking at either for ourselves or other people that we have on our gift list, we probably want to get it around Black Friday because that deal won't be around long. So,
Yep.
all very, very, very good tips. For any other tips, is there a way that we can find you, like via social media?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm at Hey Tea Money Honey on Instagram. And so that's HeyTmoneyHoney on the gram. That's where you can find me. And then I'm also doing a debt free holiday workshop next week. So next Monday, I'm dropping a lot of extra tips and just helping you to actually put together a plan to have a debt free holiday so that way you can still reach your other financial goals. So, this was just like a little preview. So, if you do want more of those tips, then definitely make sure you reach out so I can get you that link and you can be at the workshop.
Okay, hey T Money Honey, we'll definitely make sure we get others to follow you. Thank you so much for all of the tips. Remember, guys, make a list, a budget per person. Once you write it down, make it plain. It makes everything easier. And then look at the sales.
Amen.
All right, so we will still try to do a few questions with Girl Talk. I do want to ask that you all keep our host, Aisha, the laid back, down to earth life coach, keep her in your prayers. This is actually the second week where she's had situation with her family, being ill, emergency types of situations. We are standing in prayer for her and her entire family for a complete healing. And that she can also, not only the healing, that she can also join us next week as well. So we already know that her family is covered because we'll continue to pray for her. All right.
Oh, yes, it's time for Girl Talk with Dawn B, Latanya, Udania, and yours truly, your laid back, down to earth life coach. All right, ladies, it's time to decide. Would you like a question, a scenario, or a personal truth? Think about it, but whatever you choose, just don't forget the wine. All right, now, it's time to get this conversation started.
Hi. Uh-oh, I think I'm muted.
Hey, Tanya. Sorry about that. I'm muted. Hey, T-Money McNamee.
Hi. How you doing, Udania?
I'm doing good.
Good. Okay, so we are gonna do. We're down. It's three of us, but we can do a little girl talk to keep everyone entertained for the rest of the evening. We can start. I'm gonna start like Aisha to the first person next to me, which will be you, Dania.
Oh, brother.
All right. So we have, of course, personal truths, questions, or scenarios. And as usual, we'll put the personal truth, question, or scenario out, and then we'll all chime in to kind of talk about it.
I'll take a question.
All right.
Question.
All right. Question. Other than love, what is the most important quality in a romantic relationship?
Integrity.
Mm.
Integrity. I think that covers like the sphere of character, that covers the sphere of trust.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of fortifies that love, integrity, so that's really, really important to me, that, that your significant other, romantic relationship, that they possess that quality, that support, and that's like a baby of mine, integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Integrity is, for a more serious answer, integrity is definitely important in a romantic
Mm-hmm.
relationship because, yeah, as you stated, it covers everything from lying to cheating to everything.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Karen, you're a new fiance. Well, I don't know about new, but you're definitely a fiance.
I am.
So, what would you like to add to that?
I would say so. Integrity is definitely one of the first ones that came to my head as well. But just to mix it up a little bit, I'll also say friendship. I think that it's not only important to love each other, I think it's very important to like each other
Mhm.
and to enjoy spending time together.
Yes.
My fiance and I have been together for 9 years.
Oh,
And so that's literally my best friend. And so it's like no matter what we're doing, like we always have a good time. And I think that that helps to transcend love into something deeper. And then it also encompasses integrity as well. So
Absolutely. That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
yeah. I definitely I want to kind of add to what both of you all stated, and that is integrity is important. Friendship is definitely important. My husband and I, we we have fun just doing like simple things. We have fun around each other. So that's all. That friendship part is very important. And then you also have to be kind of attracted to the person. Attracted both physically and sexually as well. So that
Mhm.
all of that is definitely important, and we know that, but I think we're kind of all jumping around. I want
That's true. That's 100.
right. So yeah, that's definitely important.
Integrity is gonna let me know if I want to be your friend.
Ooh, okay.
'Cause you can be handsome and you can be cute and you can be nice
And
and
you're looking like
we
crap.
can be friends, but you're not integral.
Right.
Mm,
That's just gonna kill everything.
Mm-hmm.
that's a word in
Like we
itself.
could be like the best of friends, but I'm like, oh my God, he's not integral though, but he's amazing friend. I can do everything with him, but he has no integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said that's kind of like the foundation. That's gonna let me know, like if I want to be your friend, if I want to marry you, if I want to have sex, you know what I mean? Like everything
Yeah.
bases off of that. Because you got
Right.
some amazing non-integral people.
Definitely.
Like,
No, you do. And honestly,
It's true
there
though.
are also people who treat their significant others well, but they treat their kids like crap,
Woo.
and they don't have relationships with their parents.
yes.
And it's like, well, you treat me this way, but you don't even talk to your mom over something that happened 50 years ago. So, well, of
Mhm.
course not 50, but years ago. So, definitely, like, how would you treat me in the long?
Mm,
So,
Absolutely.
and if a person does not act with integrity, overall, it's going to come out because that's who they are. They can
Yes.
show the representative. You know how people show up with the representative for so long. So that representative can be around for so long, but the real person will eventually uh, show.
Will
the
show.
true character.
Yeah.
Really quick, I was interviewing for a really high position, and
Hmm.
I asked the CEO was interviewing me. I was very shocked, you know, and I asked him a question. He said, "Do you have any questions for me?" And I said, "I just have one question." And I asked him, I said, "What's your baby? What are the things that you hold really close and near and dear to you regarding your company?" And you know what he said? Integrity.
Hmm.
He said integrity. I said, "Say less." Say
Yeah,
less.
that's important.
Mm-hmm. It is.
All right. So, Taryn, we'll move on to the next question or the next topic. Would you prefer a personal truth, a question, or a scenario?
I'll go with the personal truth.
All right.
Ooh.
Have you ever cheated on someone? Woo! I have not. I have not.
I plead the fifth. No,
I
maybe
have been cheated on, but I've never cheated on someone.
right. Maybe like years, like back when King had a dream.
Ooh,
Mhm.
That
ah, no, you got a dream, Jesus.
that long ago, where there was no real commitment, in the relationship, and it was on both ends. So
In your
yeah,
younger days. It's
exactly,
like you don't want to be like, oh yeah, I did, without kind of setting a premise for it, because you don't want to
exactly,
incriminate yourself.
exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm still laughing at when King had a dream. That really took me out.
I need to let people know this was a long, long,
A
long,
long time
long,
ago.
The
long
galaxy far,
day.
far away.
Yeah, long, long, long time ago. All right. I guess it's on me. I will I'll take a personal truth as well. All right. What is something you're glad your mom doesn't know about you? Can I switch? No.
These are the deep ones tonight, okay?
Yes.
Right. While my mom is
Oh my
probably on
goodness.
here commenting away and sharing and letting her friends. You know, uh, let me look at this question one more time. Personal truth. What is something you're glad
Mm,
your mom doesn't know about you?
mm, 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 mm.
I don't know. My mom knows pretty much everything about me. And honestly, if it was something that I'm glad she didn't know about me, I wouldn't talk about it right now.
Turn up for the integrity of that,
I
okay?
know that's right. She could be watching.
Yeah. Yeah, someone told me to switch. Switch. So yeah, Dania, you can answer that one.
You know what? It might be a few things, but I'm not going to say them right now. Seriously, because when I'm talking to my mom and I'll say, "Well, mom, I did, this," and she was like, "What? I didn't know that." She's like in awe when I tell her something. So it's like, I was like, "Oh, I mean, some things you're not supposed to know."
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna leave it at it's a few things that I'm glad that she doesn't know. But from a majority of the point, she knows. I mean, for the most, mostly she knows pretty much everything though. Yeah. But
All
with some of the stuff that she doesn't know, I wouldn't say it here.
right. So I'm happy. I'm happy that you said that exactly
Mhm.
because I'm like I feel bad for not like, but yeah, this is just not the platform. Before the holidays, I want my mom to put me on her list with a big budget for my gift. And
You're not trying to minimize your budget, girl.
exactly.
Mhm. Mhm.
No, that's real. I would say like I think I don't know if there's anything that my mom doesn't know. I would say like like things that I would have been embarrassed about before. I kind of just like told her, and I was just like, well, that's it. Like I'd say, like I'll give an example of something that I used to be glad that she didn't know, but I eventually like ended up just being like, well, F it, like here it is. So I do pole fitness. I love pole fitness classes. It's a great workout. It's fun. And initially, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna tell my mom that. Like, my mom's gonna be like, oh, I failed, my girl on the pole. And it's like, it's not even like that. But it's like it's just a workout class. But like, moms. So but eventually I was just like, yes, like I go, these are the dance classes that I'm taking right now, and it's so fun. No, I do not plan to make this into a career of any sort. I just enjoy, getting all that upper body strength and core strength and all of that stuff. So that would probably be one of them. And then what I told her, she definitely had like, there's definitely a pause where she was like, okay. And then like I showed her a couple of the videos and she was like, oh, that's actually probably pretty cool. So she's like, that does look like that takes a lot of strength.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay.
oh, don't know her daughter free. Amen.
Oh, whoa. Okay. All right, Renee.
I mean, period.
Going back to what you were stating, I want to get a different fitness type class in, and I heard that the is it pole dancing class? What's the proper name?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like pole class, pole fitness class.
Fitness class. I
Mhm.
heard that it's very fun and it really strengthens your upper body.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've heard great things about those classes. So, girl, be proud.
Listen, we are. That's why I said that was something before I hadn't told her, but I did. And I was just like, I love it. And like you said, it is fun. And I think the cool part about it is that you really are you're actually just using your own body weight to, like it's the same as doing a bunch of push ups. You just have a different item that you're using instead. And it is. It's fun. It's freeing. It's all that stuff.
And I just would just do the push-ups so far. So I just need to do something else to just incorporate something. Someone told me that my next fitness class should be fun.
Yes.
So I will consider that. I'll check it.
Working out is easier when you're having fun doing it. I think like there's so much about like workouts needing to be work, or like they have to be hard. You have to feel like a certain sort of way for you to really incorporate something. But truly, it's exercise is just about moving your body. And so even if that is like going on a super long walk, if that's taking a dance class, if that's doing pole, whatever it is, it's like, yeah, like it's you should have a good time. It makes it easier to go and like look forward to going, and then you don't even know when you're working out.
Right. So it's between that and skating.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'll
I
do
do
one.
boxing.
Do you?
oh, I like that too.
I box.
So that means that you, Danny, if someone is not, if they're dealing with you and they're not showing their integrity, you can fight.
She the
Yes,
one.
that means I can throw these hands.
God, Jesus, not me. Because I'll throw hands. Yes.
That means
Yes. I love
if you
it.
want to put it in a mild, soft, sweet way. No.
Yeah, I like it. I like that way. It
Mhm.
sounds good.
Hmm.
Defending myself, of
Yeah.
course, defending myself.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
but
sounds very
boxing, yeah,
healthy.
it's a lot of upper energy twisting.
Hmm.
It's yeah, I really like any that strength. And it actually gives you, just some structure to your punches and stuff like this. And it is, you can becomes like a defense. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You can use it in defense. I don't know when I'm going to be punching someone, but I'm just saying, punching a live person. But yeah. Hmm.
All right. So we still have a little time because of the circumstances. We don't have to go, the full time. I think that each of us we can answer, or we can go with two either personal truth question or scenario each, and then we can call it a night if that's okay with you all.
That sounds good. That sounds
Totally
good.
fine.
All right. So Eudania is back on you.
All right. Um, I could take another question.
All right. How much should your partner's behavior affect your happiness in the relationship? I'm having a hard time choosing my battles.
How much should your partner's behavior
Affect your
affect your
happiness.
happiness in the relationship? That's the key word right there. How much
Mm,
should your partner's behavior affect your happiness? Your partner's behavior should not affect your happiness, because even before you, like to say it, partner could mean marriage partner, or partner could mean, just a relationship, significant other, your boyfriend or something like that, you're dating. Their behavior shouldn't affect your happiness, because your happiness, you need to have some stability. We now we're talking about emotions. We're talking about you taking on, anything that he says, that he does. If he's having a bad day, just give you an example. If he's having a bad day and his behavior is just, like anger, and that shouldn't affect your happiness though. We're going into a whole dimension of your being. That's shifting who you are. You let him come into your space, and then shifting, who you are. And so you do have to choose your battles. And it comes with wisdom. Like
mhm,
in relationship, it comes with wisdom. It comes with learning that person, and it comes from knowing yourself, your identity. Once you're rooted and grounded and you know who you are, and it's kind of hard to let people come bring their environment into your environment and shift it. Now they can come into your environment, but you're not going to come into my environment and shift it. So that's, I can use myself for an example. Yes, I am dating. In the beginning, he doesn't, and my boyfriend doesn't have, he doesn't have a bad behavior, so it's so hard to use him for an example. He's such an awesome guy. And so, but some of the things that, the way he was acting, some of his behavior in the beginning, I was just trying to feel him out, trying to feel it out, trying to use wisdom on my response, because sometimes it's all in your response. How am I responding to this? Is he trying to tell me something without telling me something? Is he
mhm.
really having a bad day? Or is this an ego man thing? So it's so many different departments where you have to take that down. But to bring it on down, to a simpler term, you shouldn't let their behavior, affect, your happiness. That's, you bring your happiness, he brings his happiness, but you don't let him or her, he or she, come in and infringe upon your, your happiness. And you do need to choose your battles. So there's no coming in on my happiness. We need to find out what's going on with you, you know and if a person, I feel that if we do this, in my opinion, this is not for everyone, if you are letting someone come in on your happiness, then something's going on. You don't really have too much control over you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hmm.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, takes time. It takes learning. I see when someone say, we probably shouldn't, but it always does. And that's what learning relationships, it's a learning process.
It definitely is.
Hmm.
Taryn, do you have
I feel like
anything?
that was just so beautifully said. Honestly, I think it like it touched all the points.
Mhm.
Um, because yes, like your own happiness is your responsibility. I think that sometimes we are taught as women in particular to take on the emotions and the feelings and behaviors and stuff of others. But you're allowed to set that boundary for your happiness, like. And I think there's a difference too between like bad behavior and growth, right? Like if somebody is in a season where they're growing through something, then that's different than like, than the behaviors. However, if like the way that they act, the way that they are, if you're discovering that's just really, it's not aligning with what you want and what you need, then that's when you can have a different a different sort of, different sort of thought process around it.
Right. So we do have
Yes.
a few comments from our viewers. Uh, Renee, she said, we probably shouldn't, but it always does. And that's true. We have Kimberly. You definitely have to train the mind and emotions with wisdom of not allowing someone to affect your happiness. Definitely true. And I agree. But when my husband is having a bad uh, day, I guess she's saying day, I try to give him his space, but sometimes he comes in minds with his attitude and just messes up my attitude, which is true. I think all of these are very good points. And we try to say the right things, whereas we don't want other people and whatever their behaviors to control our attitudes. I think it is natural sometimes, depending on who it is. But I think what's really important is when people are fresh in a relationship and you have an opportunity to exit, and the behavior of another person is starting to affect yours, you can because these behavior, when you say behaviors, it's like, what is this person getting drunk and acting a fool all the time, it's it's certain behaviors that's just not worth being bothered with at all, honestly. I just really I think it's natural for us to react to a mate's behavior. But I also think that try to get that person help, because a lot of people need therapy, and they don't want to admit it. But some people may need help, so it really depends on what type of behaviors is causing the issues. And I'm big on meditating when I know I'm not right or when things are not right. Prayer, meditation is always. I have a shirt: prayer, meditation, and 90s R&B. That's all. If neither one of those things could get you back in line, then I don't, maybe 90s R&B is not your thing. But I think it's very important to know how to get back to yourself when we've allowed another person to take us out of our element.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yes, that's so good.
yeah.
I think like the other thing that comes to mind too is, like getting curious around how, you are taking that on, right? So if you find that certain behaviors or certain things are always kind of affecting your happiness, your peace,
Hmm.
then those are worth exploring. Like, what is it about this behavior or about this, like about this that makes you upset or makes you want to take that on. It could be a past trigger that even you have had that is, worth getting into and exploring. And I think I saw another comment too.
Oh, she said your personal happiness is definitely your responsibility, but the question said it spoke about being in a relationship. I'm in a marriage, so I completely understand. Like, even when my husband goes through something business wise and he's not 100% right, naturally I'm just not there as well. For me though, it really depends on what behaviors. Um, it depends on the behavior. It's just certain things that I think that people. I Let me say this right. I just think that certain behaviors need certain help, and I just try. I think I've been through so much personally. I just try not to let what another person does personally affect me, because that's just who I am personally.
Mm-hmm.
I do know we're all human, and someone can come in with a bad attitude and just jack up the whole night, and it's like, where this come from? Like, I was having a good day. You came in slamming the door, asking why the food not ready right now. Like, when you could have just asked, when will the food be ready? So it really depends. A lot of these questions are so broad. So,
And being able to decipher, is this a behavior or an emotion?
oh, right.
Sometimes it's like, okay, this will pass. That's like me. If I see my boyfriend like something wrong, I was like, that's not mine. Next.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
I'm not taking on that. That's not mine. He'll get over it. But it's not his behavior. It's just an emotion or something he's going through at the moment. So deciphering what's an emotion and what's a behavior. That's
Right.
too strong. Those two different words. Emotions come, they change. You know what I mean? By the
Yeah.
second. Behaviors, some of those are learned.
Right.
So they come at two
Like
different
I
levels.
like I said, getting drunk
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
man, smashing everything all the time, or again driving while I'm driving, you putting the car in park, and like that's a
Mhm.
behavior. You keep getting drunk and you keep doing like that's something that is like, of course, that will affect you. And I just feel like certain behaviors need to be addressed because it's causing, at this point it's like your behavior is causing me to be sad, it's taking me out of my element, it's taking you out of your element. So
Mhm.
address it.
That's it. Mhm.
All right, so we'll move on. Who's was that, yours, Eudania?
That was mine.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Taryn. um
Hmm.
we have scenario, question, and personal truth.
Let's see. I'll go with the scenario. Why not?
All right. All right. My cousin and I went to college together, and we have a lot of the same friends. His girlfriend and I have been friends and roommates since before they started dating. Before 3 months ago, she and I ended up in bed together after we realized later we had too much to drink. I did not tell my cousin, of course, but now I'm starting to have actual romantic feelings for her, and I think she's feeling me too. How can I find out for sure without risking our friendship and my relationship with my cousin? Uh what if I'm wrong?
Ooh.
I forgot the wine.
Listen, I had to drink while you were reading that. That was a lot. Um,
Ooh.
Ooh.
all right. So let's go ahead and put that back up on the screen so I can try to see what I'm gonna say.
All right.
Let's see. How can I find out for sure without risking our friendship and my relationship with my cousin? What if I'm wrong? I mean, I personally don't know how else you can find out for sure outside of speaking your truth. Like that's kind of that's kind of my thing where maybe it's not speaking with the cousin
Mhm.
first, maybe it's addressing it with that, with the friend roommate, um, addressing that with her first and being honest about what it is that you feel. In general, like in any situation, we could be quote unquote wrong, but we just kind of like it's good to have that clarity to know how to move forward. So like all of the the back and forth of that and that stress, that isn't helping you to to really know how you want to progress. And if you lose a friend over that, then to me it kind of comes into question of how good of friends were you in the first place if you cannot be fully honest with your friend, even if it is a bit awkward. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of oh hey Don. But that's that's kind of like where I'm at with it. Like I'd say talk to the friends and let them know how you're feeling, and then depending on what y'all decide, then you can handle your cousin after that. I mean, I think it might be worth telling the cousin what's going on too, but that's just me. Walk away from it all. LOL.
Yeah, yeah, and you got to be ready for that. I mean, this your cousin, like, okay, this your family, this is a
Right.
friend. So which one are you really? Because if you're gonna go with her, if you're gonna keep dating her, you definitely gonna lose this cousin. You know what I mean? So what's more important to you? You know,
Hmm.
what was this, a lustful moment? You really love, you know what I mean? How you really really love her, or you guys were just having a hangover moment? You know, a drunk
Right.
moment for real. Like, is it worth that? Like,
Yeah, I agree. That is so sticky. Like, that's so, she needs to leave it alone. First of all, you're risking a relationship with your family member or your cousin that's going to put other family members in an awkward situation when you all don't talk anymore. You're also risking a friend. And not to mention, there is a code. It's a girl code, right? Where you don't mess with an ex or your friend, someone that your friend is dating. And it's a family code. You don't mess around with your family's exes either, right? So the girl, you're already in, like, they're already in this relationship. She's actively in a relationship with your cousin. Let it go. Leave it alone. It's not even worth it to me. It's not worth losing a friend, or getting into it with your family about it. It's like, it's weird. I don't like it.
For real. That's truly how I felt. I was like, I just don't like the whole thing, but like, you
it's
know,
messy.
yeah,
Yes.
that's drama. That's too
Like
much drama for me.
like the people be saying, child, messy boots.
Messy boots. Yeah,
Messy boots.
that part. Okay.
Okay, Don, nice of you to join us.
My bad.
I
My
know
flight
about
was super
that.
delayed, and then it was too dark in the car to pop in. So I said, "Hey, we got 10 minutes left. Let me give a personal truth."
Okay, okay. Well, did you want to add to that scenario, or did you?
No, I missed it, but I don't mess with anything messy boots, honey. Get out of here. So I agree with you guys. Beat it.
Got you. All right. So, give you a personal truth. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Dang, what? I had a crush on everybody for about 30 minutes. Mackay Pfeiffer. No. Oh, Jack Tripper.
Not Jack Tripper.
Yeah, I just, I like funny people. I didn't know any better. Martin. You know what? I think it was Kane from Minister Society.
I don't know.
Maybe he's not really a celebrity because we haven't seen him since. So I'm gonna go with Lorenz Tate then. Not then, but Lorenz now. Child, please. Everybody, I don't know.
So you didn't like Old Dog. You like,
I liked Kane,
okay.
but now I like O-Dog because I'm a bust down. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I don't even know. I know I had a crush on Mackay Pfeiffer for a while. That's all I got. Me, I don't know.
I think my first celebrity crush was Hakeem from The Boys. They sang "Down My Heart" back in the day.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Down my heart.
Yes,
Okay.
I love.
Mm.
Oh, Hakeem was so cute back in the
Okay.
day.
Now when you put it like that, I'm gonna go for Johnny Gill from New Edition. All of New Edition. But mainly Johnny Gill, because he pointed at me one time at a concert. It was me. Not everybody in my section. It was me. I said it was me. That's my boo. Wait, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I had to get some things in order.
Oh,
in the studio back here.
I know. My,
What about you, Udania?
Oh God. Celebrity crush? I can't even remember that long ago. But anyway, it would be probably Lorenz Tate.
ooh, that man fine right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Is he? Can I say like now or well, just like some years ago? It would definitely be Morris Chestnut.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
Mm.
My God, today.
Oh, yeah, he grown. Black chocolate man today. Grown. He started off fine, but he fine.
Yeah.
Just,
Mine would be Usher.
Oh.
Good old Usher, baby.
Yeah.
You make me want to leave the one I'm with.
Yes. Start
Usher.
a new relationship with me. Thank you.
She said, all of that.
See that busted.
Okay, Taryn. That's enough. We wanna see you walk down that aisle.
But maybe he can usher her.
Hey, come on, pun. That was intended.
Maybe he can
Yeah,
usher her.
I love it.
Really, Don?
That was a dead joke. Sorry, I had to. Hilarious.
All right. We have a few more minutes. I guess I'll do a personal truth.
Let's go.
Mm.
Polly.
Oh God. Tonight is something
What
else.
What are your thoughts on what is this poly
Polyamory.
poly polyamory?
Hi, baby.
I don't like it. Monogamy, and that's it. I'm not with that. I don't like. That's my thoughts. I don't like it. If someone else is into it, then that's your thing. It's not for me. And that's pretty much it. What about you, Dania? Anyone else have anything to say?
Hey, yo, I'm with it. That's not. I'm not with sister wives, but I'm with brother husbands. This is life after marriage, honey. I'm not going to be a sister wife. I'm not going to be a handsmaid tale, but I'll do some sister brother husbands. I'll have 3, and one of them is going to be gay because I'm not just going to hang out with him when I'm at the other 2.
I
I'm going
love
to go
that there's a
kick it
whole
with him
plan.
when I'm mad at the other 2 husband brothers. It's like, don't act up. Don't act up now. Go send my other husband out. And make sure you feed your nephew's sons on the way in.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a no at that one. Yeah, that's definitely a no from the pits of hell. No.
Hey, I'm gonna try it at this point in my life. In order to stay married, let's all sit in this house. This week is yours, next week is this, and next week I'm by myself. I don't feel like doing anything with anybody. I'm like halfway serious.
But you said
You're
half.
jokingly serious, huh?
I'm LBBS. Very serious.
LBBS.
But very serious. I mean, to each their own, but
Mhm.
I think if it was a TV show that they were casting, I would do it. Yep.
Okay. Anyone
Alright.
else have anything else to say?
I would say it's not my ministry. However, you know, if that's your thing, get down. Go ahead, get down.
Be the best you can be.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Enjoy
this
yourself.
is very like. Have you watched the Sister Wives show?
No.
It's
I haven't,
hilarious.
I, what was the one on HBO? I watched that one with the Sister Wives, but I haven't watched it's like a series from way back, but
Yeah,
I have not watched the current show that's out.
I can't find my computer. Oh, I forget the name of that one, but hey, they serious and it's understanding. The guy takes care of the whole household, and some kids are not even his. It's weird. It's wild too. It's wild.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch TV.
This is it.
But is Sister Wives on Netflix? I have some time tonight.
I think it's like it probably is, but it's like Bravo or TBS or something. Just look it
TLC.
up.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Next.
Yeah, well, actually,
Oh yes, 8:00.
it's like 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to close out the show. I think we're going to try to close out the show.
You did a good job, FYI. I watched it on the way in. You guys did good.
Yes, you did a great job.
Yes. Taryn, I'm sorry. One more time. Can you please pronounce your last name?
Yeah, sure. It's McNamee.
McNamee. Okay. All right, everyone. We want to thank you all for joining in tonight. We want to also make sure we keep Aisha and her family in your prayers. Thank you for everyone. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. And also, Taryn, for all of your great advice on shopping during Black Friday. Everyone have a blessed week and keep Aisha and her family in your prayers. Good night.
Right.